my god.
It's Brittany, bitch.
I just talked for 10 minutes and didn't realize I didn't hit the record button. So here we go again. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany and we're gonna be talking about an arc that I should have read months ago. It's now gonna be published in March, so I need to get reading on this immediately. The book that I'm talking about is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, and this is actually her debut novel, and it comes out March 2nd in 2021, and it seems like an Aqua Tofana situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna link Bailey Sarian's video about Aqua Tofana below, okay? And I'm just gonna say Aqua Tofana as many times as I possibly can because I just feel like I'm channeling Bailey. Aqua Tofana, Aqua Tofana.
The legend of Aqua Tofana. Aqua Tofana. Aqua Tofana. Aqua Tofana. And her deadly concoction, Aqua Tofana. Aqua Tofana.
Aqua Tofana was basically a famous female serial killer who basically made poisons for women to kill their husbands to get out of bad relationships, etc. Because back in those days you couldn't divorce. So Aqua Tofana. It's a very famous Italian, I think it's Italian, serial killer. And that's what that story is about. It's not about serial killers, by the way. The Lost Apothecary sounds a lot like the Aqua Tofana story. I'm not sure if it was inspired by it. I will do some more research on that for you. But this whole story unfolds where a female apothecary secretly dispenses poisons for women to kill their husbands, which is essentially Aqua Tofana. As far as I know, this story carries over many centuries through 3 different viewpoints and how this female apothecary and her secretly selling poisons has affected all of them. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out, and it actually has pretty good ratings, even though it hasn't come out yet. I mean, obviously we have people reviewing, but it has pretty good ratings, so I'm actually really looking forward to this. Apparently it has a 4.07 rating, which is very, very good. And it might go down a little bit, but also, like, I mean, I review books all the time, and I feel like a lot of them that come out are not the tea. Like, sometimes they're just not good. I've given a lot of two stars. I've got a lot of 2 stars to books I've read on NotGalley and a few 3s, but mostly 2 or 3s. Like, I really haven't read one that was even a 4 for me. I'm hoping this one is at least a 4-star. I mean, if not, I'm fine with the 3. 3 means it's good. I would recommend it. It's a good book, but I would really like a little extra jazz in there. You know what I mean? So this apothecary has rules. So rule number 1 is that the poison must never harm another woman. And rule number 2, the names of the murderer and her victim must be recorded in the apothecary's register. This literally sounds so much like Aqua Tofana that it's like really give me the vibes, and I wonder if this is just completely inspired by her, because the more that I look at the synopsis, it literally seems like Aqua Tofana. I will be trying to read this in one day. That is my goal. I really need to get this out, and I also have a couple other arcs that I need to get out as soon as possible. And it took me like a week to read my last book. So literally took me like a freaking week, and it was like 300 pages. It's not even that long. It's just some books are harder than others. So I'm really challenging myself to read this in 24 hours. So I'm gonna start reading this book probably around this evening when I go to sleep, because between now and then it's not gonna work. Trust me, there's dinner involved, there's watching the Housewives. It's not gonna happen, and I know that. I need to watch my Housewives, I need to play The Sims, I need to eat. So that's up until bedtime, and then get ready for bedtime, I'm gonna be reading, and then tomorrow I'll be getting a pedicure. So the entire time I'm getting a pedicure, which usually lasts like 30 to 45 minutes depending on each pedicure, I should be reading. So that'll give me a little bit of reading time, because I think it says the story should last me like 3 to 4 hours. So I'm hoping I can do this. I mean, I can floor through this, right? Okay, it's Saturday night and it's after dinner and I already got my pedicure. My toes are looking cute. I think they are. I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about the color, but anyway, did my pedicure, completely forgot to film it for you because I was going to do a little bit, but I really had to pee at the end. My butt was numb and I completely forgot because I just wanted to get the fuck out of there after my toes were dry. I was originally planning on doing this for like a 24-hour vlog, but I think I'm gonna have to make it a weekend vlog because I need to be more realistic. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna finish it tonight, but I made it to 70%, which to me, in 24 hours, since I started very late last night around this time, yeah, that's pretty good to me. That's pretty good. And I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really good. I really want to see like where it ends. So I think that's where I just don't know where it's going to intersect, which is why I'm very interested so far. I'm hoping I'll finish it tomorrow and give you a better update because I'm just too tired to really talk about it, to be quite honest. When you're like that level of exhausted and I just can't even like form words, and it's 9:50 p.m. It's not that even that late, but for me it's pretty late because I wake up to be at work at 7 a.m. and my body naturally wakes up at that time on the weekends anyway, so I'm ready for bed. I'm ready, I'm tired, I want to sleep. I have to take a quick shower and then I'm asleep. Just as an update, I did research a little bit and the author did confirm this was not inspired by Aqua Tofana. And I'm gonna put up the little blurbs right here, which says what it says. Also, I was wrong. There are not 3 timelines, there's 2 timelines, but there's 3 perspectives. So 2 of the perspectives are in the past and then one of the perspectives is in the present. So there are 3 people we're kind of following and seeing their viewpoints, but only 2 timelines. So I just want to correct that for myself. You're welcome. Anyway, I'm going to show you a quick picture of my toes and then I'm going to go shower and I will definitely be talking to you tomorrow. Toodaloo. So it's been a minute since I updated you, and this was not a very long reading vlog, but since it was literally 1 book and I was just terrible at making updates, I'm gonna apologize in advance. But this book comes out today and I just found out it's one of the book of the month, so congratulations. That is just so exciting, and I think I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I really loved this book. I think it was great. I definitely wish there was a couple more like historical facts and such in it because I just love a good like historical fiction and I wanted more of the history behind it. I mean, we're basically following 3 perspectives, 2 in the past, 1 in the present, and they kind of intertwine where the present person, Caroline, is finding out what happened in the past and trying to piece together from newspaper clippings and like what she can find to put together this life about this secret apothecary that used poisons to help women kill men. And I think it's just super interesting and I think you're gonna love it. I don't know, I wasn't expecting to like rate this so highly, honestly, but this is my first 4-star on NetGalley. I'm sure there's more to come, but since I only have like 9 books on there, a 4-star is pretty high for me and I really like it a lot and I hope you do too. So please go out there and buy this, or if you have book of the month, please select this because number 1, the cover is just gorgeous, but I feel like it's just like a really interesting story, and I feel especially if you're a woman you're gonna relate to this because they definitely talk a lot about some trigger warning things such as like miscarriages or abusive relationships or sexual harassment. A lot of it's also about like menses, so I feel like as a woman reading this, like I got so much more out of this, and I feel like if I was a man, and I know that that may be a polarizing opinion, but I feel like some books just are better suited to that. For me, one of the other books would be like The Color Purple. I just feel like as a woman, you know, I relate to that book in a different way than a man would. And I feel like it's the same way for men. Like sometimes I've read other books and I just feel like if I was a dude, I definitely would have appreciated that more. And this is one of those books. So especially if you're a woman and you love a little bit of history, you want the setting of London, and maybe you're into like apothecaries or you're into like women empowering themselves. I don't know, there's so many different options for this book, but I really enjoy this. So I did finish it in 48 hours. It was not 24 hours I was hoping for, but it was within 48 hours. And for me, that's still pretty impressive. And I actually, like my wrists and my arms like all the way down on both sides hurt from holding my Kindle. I think that's my issue with holding my Kindle, is that it's a lot heavier than my other books and you can't hold it the same way. I basically have like a carpal tunnel thing all the way down and it even goes into my elbows right now, and it's just struggling because I kind of use those muscles a lot anyway. But I have noticed, especially after I read my Kindle for a long amount of time, it ends up happening. So we suffer for the things that we love, don't we? Also, as a weird update about my toes, I really don't like the color, to be quite honest. It looks like a corpse's foot, which is what my brother said, and I totally agree. The more I look at it, it almost blends in too well with my skin color, and now it's chipping, and it was not put on very nicely. It was all around the edges, which made it even worse, and I think it was probably like one of the worst pedicure paint jobs I've actually ever had. So let me know if you want more of these like quick 1-book updates. I usually like to do larger reading vlogs because I felt like people usually don't like watching a video about 1 book, but just let me know if this is something you'd like. Don't forget, this book comes out today, March 2nd, 2021, okay? So please go order this book, go get it from your Book of the Month subscription, do what you have to do. But I would definitely recommend this novel, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. All right, like, subscribe, join the tribe. Talk to you guys later. Bye.